me again. Hi. I know you guys missed me a lot and I missed you guys a lot too. I didn't know when I was gonna post again, and I guess today is the right time because I want to say new year, new video. I received a lot of messages from a lot of people and a lot of girls who were just asking me and begging me for like a second video on my YouTube channel, and I didn't know that it would have just come up that way, and I didn't know that you would like it so much. I want to say thank you to all of the messages that I've received, all of the DMs. It was honestly so sweet from all of you guys. Yeah, I'm so grateful for this, and you asked for a second video and I'm giving it to you. The topic of today is gonna be something that a lot of you guys are into. A lot of people want to know what happened to me and how did I manage that, what people did to me. And also everyone was like, okay, when are you gonna post like a second video? Like, we're literally waiting. Like, what are you doing? Guys, I was literally like trying to survive through all this shit that has happened to me, and it wasn't easy because it was such a Netflix movie. It was really traumatizing, so I needed like time to proceed all of this chaos. And I guess today I'm ready to talk again and also say stuff that I didn't say in my first video. First, I want to give you like some advice how you can manage to just not let them like impact your life and your feelings, and your energy. I think that's really, really important. A lot of you guys told me that you were scared to regret, and I was like, I've never actually even thought about regretting what I did, because it's actually the first time that I actually felt happy, because I knew that all of the negative thoughts in my head and the depression that I had, all of the bad things that happened in my life and what I was thinking about all of those past years was because of the people I was living with. They were hiding a lot of secrets, and they would just put all of the anger and the lies on me, and of course I didn't realize that. So like, how could you regret of living in such a toxic environment? Mostly if those people are narcissistic people, they will obviously never, even if you walk away, those people, they're never going to leave you alone. And I have the proofs. And the moment that I walked away and that I showed who I really was, they were like, oh yeah, like, come on, we can talk, we can arrange this, we can talk about it, like, come on, please. And I was like, fuck no. You had literally 21 years to talk with me. Why do you want to talk now that I'm free? Why do you want to talk when I'm free? Why? You didn't talk with me when I asked for help, when I was in depression, and when I was telling you that I was not okay. You didn't care that time. And why do you come up to me now? You know what I mean? And also, you guys always said that you're gonna be afraid of judging, and you're scared that they were gonna judge you. You're living with them and you're doing everything they want. No, you can't do this, you have to do this. Listen to us. They're gonna still judge you. Because me, I was doing everything they said and I was still being judged. It's better to be their enemy than staying there and judge, because they're gonna judge you anyway. You respect the rules, they're gonna judge you. You don't respect the rules, they're gonna judge you. So what do you have to lose? Why are you so scared to being judged if they would judge you whatever you do? That's the thing I don't understand with you guys. This is part of our community, being judged, and it's really hard to know if those people are telling the truth or they're just manipulating you like they did to all of us. Also, those people, they love to see you sad. And I was questioning myself. I was wondering, like, I asked for help. I told them, like, I feel this way, I feel that way. I've been depressed for 8 years now. Now I understand it's because those people are eating the sadness that I'm procuring to them. And they love that. They love to see you sad. They love to see you desperate. They love to see you at the worst version of yourself because they're eating it. And if you're not like that, they cannot live. They are living because you give them all your energy by being sad, because they took the rest. So of course they're not gonna care. They're not gonna ask you, what do you need? Why do you feel that way? Oh no, you just need to be married. That's why you're like this. You just need to be a fucking slave to a man. That's why. Don't worry about this. Or they're gonna be like, oh, go pray. Or they're gonna be like, we cannot be depressed. Depression doesn't exist. They love the fact that we're sad and desperate. They're eating our feelings every single day. And of course, when you walk away, they cannot live because they cannot have those feelings anymore. So what do you regret? What do you regret? You being miserable in your room and crying every night? Also, I can tell you that 99.9% of people that walks away from a toxic home, from desperate people, find 100 times better. I've never seen a case where someone walks away from a toxic place, find worse. There's literally no chance, because there's no worse than where you're living in. And if you're accepting that and doing nothing and always trying to find excuses and be like, no, I'm afraid they're gonna find me, you know, I'm afraid to regret, I'm afraid to being judged, it's because you don't want to walk away. I swear to God, because if you really wanted to, you wouldn't find excuses to stay in this thing. It's because you like it. And this is toxic, and they build you exactly like this to feel scared, to feel this thing. It's the exact definition of manipulation and narcissistic people. So stop like finding excuses. Oh, but what if? Oh, but what if? Just do it. Literally, I walked away. I didn't even have a place to go, but I did. And I was like, okay, whatever. I'm already ready to die. What do I have to lose? Nothing. I literally want to die. What do I have to lose? Except my life. Nothing. So I was like, I don't care. I didn't find excuses. I just walked away. I didn't have a job at that time. I didn't have money. But at the end of the day, I didn't have anything. So if you're trying to find excuses and be like, yeah, but it means you actually don't want to do it. Also, I think you kind of like saw that I was, even in my first video, I was talking a lot about men and how they would act with our women. But what's funny is that sometimes it's not men. Sometimes it's women. Just like in my case. I know you guys are gonna be really kind of surprised by the fact that people who destroyed my life was not men. It was women. And not only women, but my relatives. Sometimes it's the people you grow up with, sometimes it's the people who give birth to you, sometimes, you know, it's a lot of different cases. But in my case, it was women. They would just destroy people around them because they were not confident. They really need this acceptation from other men because they're insecure and they do not trust themselves and do not respect themselves. What do you expect? I mean, of course you're gonna get depression, of course you're gonna be miserable, and you're gonna have nothing to like make you live, because you're just in a survival mode in that way. We're supposed to trust each other, we're supposed to help each other. We're not supposed to defend men, to bring down women, to bring down your own relatives. Honestly, if we think about it, if all of the women in the country would start to not accept the bad behavior that men has, it would just work in our way. But the fact that a lot of women are pick-me's and they're insecure and want validation from other men, it just changes the whole tradition and morals of the country. And I think this is really sad, and I really want to know why there's so many insecure women in our country. And I'm gonna find out, of course, but I'm just wondering like why there's so much. Yeah, so sometimes the persons that are gonna bring you down and be your enemies are not strangers. Actually, strangers helped me. This case, it was women's jealousy. So you have to be really careful, because when a woman is jealous of you, that's when you understand that they're gonna sell you and they're gonna sacrifice you for whatever, because they're so jealous that they can't do what you do because they don't have the courage to do it, that they will try everything to destroy you piece by piece, and they will use men and they will call men and they will do whatever they have to do to bring you down just because of jealousy. And I think this is it's a big topic to talk about, because this is really interesting. When they're jealous, obviously there's insults. They're gonna say, oh no, but you're dumb. Let them. Oh no, but you're an idiot. Let them. Oh no, but she's weak. Let them. But she's selfish. Let them. Let them think whatever they want to think. Walk away. Do what you have to do to become the best version of yourself. Do everything you can to make your dreams come true. I can assure you they will think twice next time they speak or they open their mouth. And they're gonna be like, oh yeah, but whatever. And they're gonna walk away. You don't have to be sad when people judge you, when people talking bad about you or trying to bring you down. You don't have to feel sad. See what you do. Okay, they're gonna watch. They're gonna be like, oh my god, jealousy is created. Then they're gonna judge you. They're gonna show the jealousy, okay? And then they're gonna copy and they're gonna do the same thing as you do. When I tell you that the people that judge you, they actually want to do the same thing. And why they're judging you and showing this jealousy is because they cannot do it. They cannot do it, and even if they can do it, they know that it wouldn't be the same. That's the signs that you have to see from a woman. That's really, really important. I want to show you guys the different kind of women that would betray you, make you understand that men are not going to sell you, but women will, because they need the validation, because they're insecure. And when they see that you're actually not like that and you're kind of confident and you trust yourselves, they're going to hate you even more. And which is really, really funny. I mean, it's not funny, but you got me. So yeah, so obviously there's going to be women that would make a child just to have a boy, for example, because once again, they need a validation from other people, because if they don't have a boy, they're going to be judged. There's also like kind of mothers who made you grow up in a sect and you didn't even know that it was a sect, and they were saying this is religion, this is tradition, but actually when you go out and you talk with people and you see different culture and you see people who has the same religion as you, same tradition as you, and you're like, wait, we do not have the same rules. What is it about? I don't understand. And then you're gonna come home and you're gonna be like, why she say that? I thought it was like this. It wasn't my religion, what I followed in my entire life. It was the religion that she created. It was a sect. It took me, I think, 2 weeks to to be okay and accept the truth. It was really hard, because it's like we're in a game. You have to pass a certain level to have answers. It's like gifts given to you, and I'm like, if I never walked away, I would have never find out all of the secrets, and I would just live. There's also women that would destroy your whole life because of a man that don't even like them. They know this man don't like them, but they're gonna still destroy your life for someone that is so lame. I mean, I'm sorry, but this is literally so embarrassing. But I've never felt so embarrassed in my whole life after I discover what those women are doing and why they destroy other people. They destroy their child, they destroy their relatives for a man that don't even want you. Okay, he has another life. Okay, he's living his life while you here desperate and taking everyone else's energies and aura to give it to yourself because you have nothing left. The only thing you want in your life is the validation from a man that don't even likes you. Can you explain me what is more desperate than doing this thing? Grow up at the end of the day. Grow the fuck up. You guys are ruining my fucking reputation by doing this shit. Literally. And the people that are like, oh my god, they would call me and be like, oh my god, you're ruining my reputation. What reputation? You don't even have a reputation. Nobody knows you. You already ruined your reputation by marrying this guy. What do you want to save when you already didn't respect yourself and you already made all of the bad choices that you could have made in your own life? Can you tell me? I have this power. Like, am I so strong? Like me, I'm just a girl. Like, I'm literally just a girl. And I have the power to destroy your life. Damn. Dear God. I have more power than I thought I had. But thank you. I mean, this is such a compliment. But yeah, that's so funny when people are like, you're ruining my reputation. And then you see their life and you're like, what? What is there left to ruin? Like, I'm still trying to figure it out. Then there's other women. They'll try to buy people. They'll try to buy people because the only thing they have is money. All right? They ruin their life. They don't know how to live, but they will just buy you because it's the only thing they can literally do. And there's a lot of people that accept it. I'm gonna give myself to you in exchange of money. And they're trying to buy like everyone around them. And they also tried to buy my relatives, which it literally worked. But there's actually smarter people than you guys. We don't need your money. We never needed your money. And obviously we know that it's not even like good money, but someone that is intelligent won't take your money. And I think that's something people really have to think about. Actually, I don't think if you're this kind of person, I don't think people can actually like you. People don't like desperate people. Yeah, and there's those same people that will show you a picture and be like, look at this bitch. Look, like, this is her. Like, what do you think? She's a bitch. Oh, she's this. Oh, she's that. You're gonna see them and they're gonna be like, oh, you're so pretty. Oh my God. And behind your back, they're gonna be like, look at this bitch. She's a bitch. You think I don't know that? I know everything. I have people all around the world to tell me what's going on. So don't worry about that. We both know that your brother has the dirtiest reputation ever. So I think you should mind your own business with that. So yeah, that's that's kind of my advice to you. Yeah. I know every person that talks bad about me. Like, I just know everything. You guys should be like more careful with what you say and how you say it, because you never know who can be on your side and tell you like all the secrets from everyone. Unfortunately, that's almost every woman around me betrayed me. But there's some people I can't even like punish or revenge, because I mean, God already took care of it. And when I see your life and I look at you and I'm like, oh my God. And I don't even want to do anything after that. That's the most wonderful thing. So yeah, I just leave it in that way. And I think sometimes it's the best way to do it. But sometimes, only sometimes, you have to be like, they're gonna know who I am. And they're not gonna do this twice again. And then finally, there's those kind of women, promise it's the last one, but there's this kind of woman who would bully you for years and years and years. I have been bullied by my own relatives for years. I think it's been 4 years now that they bullied me. And you're like questioning yourself, you're like, why are they bullying me? Why? And then you're trying to think and think and think. Once again, it's the same thing as jealousy. They're gonna ask you like, yeah, block my husband, block my boyfriend because they're stalking you. I don't want him to see you. You're a bitch, this and that. And I mean, this is so embarrassing. Like every time someone tells me that, I'm so embarrassed. I'm like, it's not my fault if your man doesn't like you. And I feel bad for them, honestly. Like she literally fails everything, because we both know who's not graduated here, but yeah, again, feel sorry for you guys. I want to talk about one more thing that I've really paid a lot of attention to that, and I really wanted to figure out what was the problem here. In my community, before the communities wanted to change our culture and tradition, so I'm going back all times, okay? Our women's were really, we were rebelling, okay? This is part of the nature, this is in our blood, okay? We love rebellion, okay? And I think I really understood that our real woman was actually feminist in a way that they will kill themselves to not be raped, for example. They had value, and it's obviously not like that anymore, which I'm really sad about, but they would value themselves. They would fight to have their rights, okay? This is in our blood, okay? I don't even know why you're arguing with me, because you are not concerned. As much as I know, you are not concerned in this topic. People, I don't understand why you're giving your opinion if real rebellion people should be like me, all right? And if you're not like me, it means you're not part of it. I mean, you've never been part of it, to be honest. So I don't know who you're judging right now. The real people, the real woman would do the exact same as I did. And all the people, all the time, I always say the same thing. If it's not me who say those things, who's gonna say it if it's not me? I want to tell to those people that what I'm speaking about is only for people who are exactly like me, because we have the same issue, you understand? For all the girls who feel the same way as me and who are struggling and who are really living a really bad time, every day when they wake up, they just want to die. I want to say, I answered to a lot of you guys. I tried my best, honestly. But I just want to say, trust the timing. Do you know that it's been already 6 years that I wanted to walk away? And every time I was like, no, Islana, you have to trust the timing. You have to do it in the right way. You have to... And of course, I'm not going to say that I was not scared. Of course, you're scared when you think about doing something like that. But really trusting the timing and looking at the signs that the universe or God is giving to you is really, really important. And I think that helped me a lot. Because once again, like I said, I didn't do anything to make that happen. Opportunities came to me and I took them, which made that happen, okay? Pay attention to the signs. This is the best gift that God or the universe can give to you. The fact that you want to do it, it means it's a really, really good sign. It means that in another universe, you already did it. You just have to do it again in here. And the fact that you're thinking about it and wanting to do it so much, it just means that it's the right thing for you, honestly, I think. I don't want to say don't trust anyone, because I trusted people, but they were not in the community, so obviously it was much easier to trust them because I know that they won't betray me. But don't trust anyone. Like, do everything by yourself. I think it's the best way to do it, because you can never know who's going to betray you. Like I said, it could be people you grew up with that were just literally sleeping just next to you. So don't ever trust anyone. Do everything by yourself. Even if you're 100% sure that you can trust them, don't. Please don't. Because sometimes you need to lose everything to recreate everything you ever dreamed for. And if you don't, unfortunately, if you don't lose everything you have, it could be people, money, jobs, relationships. If you don't lose that, you cannot create something new. You cannot build something that is made for you if you're not losing what made you sad, depressed, and everything. You cannot. Unfortunately, you have to lose everything, and it's going to be so natural that just by doing one step, like just by doing a little thing, are going to give you like the things you never even imagined. Okay, you're gonna be like, oh my god, like if I didn't walk away and if I didn't took the risks, I would have never had that. Like it would have never happened. It would have never exist. And you're like, I'm so grateful that I did that, because just by doing a little step, I had all of this. Like I have mountains that were waiting for me. You cannot go to the level 2 if you don't abandon the level 1, you know? It's like in a game. It is crazy. And once again, I'm gonna say it again and again, but I'm so grateful. You're gonna be like, okay, you're really proud of this, but sometimes you're gonna be really sad, because life is not easy, okay? If you wanna have something, you're gonna have to sacrifice some things. Sometimes it's gonna miss you. You're gonna be like, oh, they're like old times. But what's the past is the past. What's behind is behind, and the past is the past. And I think you should live in the present, not in the future, not in the past. Always try to live in the present, because that's the only way you're gonna be happy. And always be grateful for everything you have right now at this moment. Don't try to think of the future. Don't try to think of the past. I think it really helped me, to be honest, to always think about what's going on at this right time. Don't forget that you have the beginner's luck. I had the beginner's luck, and I'm so grateful because everything came to me so naturally. Even if I had to go through a lot of traumatizing things, I'm not gonna say everything is so pink. Okay, I'm traumatized of the moment I walked away. I couldn't believe that it happened to me, because not because I walked away, but because those people betrayed me, and I had so much trouble because of that. I didn't know what to do, and And thank God I had help around me too, because I don't think I would have survived if I didn't have this help. And so yeah, don't think it's always very easy. A lot of persons want to know how I did it. The answer is not always how I did it. Is what I was thinking while I was doing it. I had depression. I have depression for now 8 years. And as I told you earlier, when I had this depression, I've met a really, really good friend who was always there for me. And I think without this friend, I think I would have never been here today. This person was there when everyone abandoned me. And why am I getting emotional? Oh my God. I think this person showed me what happiness feels like. I think I've never been so grateful to have a person in my life than this person. So the day before I walk away, it's kind of horrible to say that in this way, but I was ready to, how can I say it in a good way? I was actually ready to end my life. I was ready, okay? I was like, okay, it's either I walk away, either I leave this earth. I think, unfortunately, if you don't get to this point of your life, I don't know if you're gonna be able to do that. I waited for this feeling, and it happened, and I knew that at that time it was the right time. It was literally, I knew it was the right time to do it. When you want to die, you're not scared of anything, ever. And I needed this feeling to walk away. It's so terrible to say something like that, but if you don't have this feeling, I don't know if you're gonna be able to support what has happened to me during this time of my life, because I was ready to be even more traumatized, but at least I did it, you know what I mean? I am so glad that it didn't turn out the way they planned it, and I am so happy about that. And every time I'm thinking about it, I'm like, thank God it didn't happen the way they wanted to. I said it once and I said it again. I would never put my fate in someone else's hands, and that's why I always win and you lose. I really needed to tell you all of this and to guarantee you that this is your life at the end of the day. This is your choice. When you're gonna die, no one's gonna remember you, and you're gonna have to live with what you did. And I don't want to sit at 80 years old and be like, oh my God, I wish I walked away. Oh my God. Just imagine. Just every time I think about that, I'm like, thank God I'm not gonna live this. Thank God I'm not gonna be like at 80 and sit there and be like, oh my God, I wish I did that. No, I'm gonna be like, oh my God, I did this and it happened, and actually I had the best time of my life. Literally. And I'm not gonna regret it because I did it and I tried. And even if it fails, you're gonna sit and be like, yeah, at least I tried. I know, I tried. So what do I have to lose? Nothing. Should I take it? Don't look at him like this. She's so sweet. She's so sweet. Giovanni. If you guys know, you guys know. Oh, and also about her, I kidnapped her. They tried to take my cat, really. And I went to the house and I was like, give me my cat. I think that was the funniest story ever. And they were like, oh my God, what are you doing here? I was like, I came back. I was like, give me my cat. And I took him. I took her. Why are you so sweet like that? I'm sorry. This is my alter ego. This is the reason of why I'm still living today. Thank you for all of the sweet messages that I received. I'm trying to answer to all of your texts. Thank you for everything, really, to understand me. And yeah, I hope this video helped you, and yeah, I think it's time.